Facebook? How is my network doing? What is up? What is up? We're just ballooning around here. That's what I'm talking about. Going for this, whip, whip, like a racehorse. What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. I'll take a minute. I better turn that off so I don't get Facebook jailed. There we go. Turn that off. What's up, Craig? Thanks for popping in. Emily, how you doing? How are you doing? More importantly, you know what I ask. Ask how you're feeling, because never do I do good when I don't feel good. And, you know, there's times where you just don't feel good. So how are you going to get to doing good if you don't be feeling good? So when I ask, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope your answers feel good, because you know what I say. It's hard to do good. It's hard to do good when you don't feel good. So I hope everybody feels good. We're going to have a little fun tonight here. I hope you enjoy this show. I have been asked by several people, bro, what do you even do? And maybe I dropped the ball on that. Maybe I didn't let people know what I did enough. So we're going to do it tonight. We're going to check a few boxes. I'm going to let some people know what I'm doing, what I'm up to, where I plan on taking it, and why am I sitting in front of this Facebook Live camera every Wednesday for Driven. What's up, Nick? Thanks, man. I appreciate you. If you guys missed my show last night with Nick, I hopped on Grind, Hustle, Grind. Go check out what he's doing over there. Rad dude. Rad company. Connect with him, reach out, say hi, see what he has. Watch our episode from last night. Grind, hustle, grind. EJ, what's up, brother? You're just tearing up the spring snow. I love seeing that. I love seeing it. Looks fun. And killer rap, by the way. Check it out. John, what's up, brother? Thank you guys for coming on so much. So what is this? What am I going to do? I'm going to share a little bit about who I am, what I got going on, and where I plan on taking it. And I hope I fill in some gaps along the way, just so you guys know. You bet, no problem. Just so you guys know who I am, what my motives are, kind of what fuels me, what drives me, what's making me do the things that I need to do now so I can eventually do the things I want to do down the road. That's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing tonight here on Driven. So first of all, who am I? I'm Scott, and I'm going to dive into this a little bit, and I'm going to break it down, but I open this show up by saying I'm a dad, I'm a sledder, and I got my vision set on exactly what means the most to me. I'm going to go and I'm going to break that down, because when I was compiling kind of the fuel and kind of the mission that I wanted to accomplish as I completely changed my life to get where I wanted to go, I needed a way to summarize it, a way to put me back into check, a way when I was going down maybe a rabbit hole, maybe I wasn't feeling good. And I definitely have had times where I haven't been doing good. Even doing this show since I've started it, there's damn sure times where I haven't been doing good. But I have those three things on my mind constantly. I'm a dad, I'm a sledder, and I got my vision set on exactly what I mean. And it fuels me. It literally kicks me out of my funk. It makes me open a book that I don't want to do. It makes me get on the phone and call somebody that I've never talked to in my life. It makes me message, reply, get on Facebook, do a post, do this, grow, learn how to write, learn how to speak better, learn how to do Facebook Lives better. I'm a dad, I'm a sledder, and I got my vision set on exactly what I want to do. What's up, Trevor? Thank you for coming on. Mike, how you doing tonight? I appreciate you guys coming in. If you guys want to drop some questions, don't do it right now, because I'm going to get through this a little bit. You guys can drop some questions. I'll come back. We'll do some Q&As. You guys got any questions? I'll answer them. What's up, Aquanta? How are you doing, girl? I hope your days are blessed. I haven't connected with you in a while. I hope all is well. So what is it? What is Driven? Driven, I say it, it's a show to come, grow your network, grow your mindset, have some fun, and hear some stories from some badass people that are doing the things they want to do to get to where they want to go so they can do the things they want to do later in life, and it takes getting uncomfortable at times. That's what Driven is, and that's why I'm glad to be able to do it, because not only do I get to share their story with you guys, I get to hear their story. I get to learn from them. I get to, have a conversation with people that maybe are in a position that I want to be in, and I get to ask them questions of how they got there. And in turn, I know my poster's backwards. I don't know what to do about that. It says mammoth, big elephant. Mammoth motocross. Anyway, it is backwards. So's the shirt. If anybody knows what this shirt is, it says Ol Son. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to see if you guys know what it is. It's kind of funny. Anyway, lost my spot where I was. They say when you're doing Facebook Lives, don't interrupt your own thoughts to interact with your audience, but I do it constantly. I apologize for that, and I'm getting better at it. I gotta say I'm getting better at it because I used to get lost all the time, but now I can talk. So the brief summary of the story that I say during most shows is about a year ago I sat down and looked at what I had going on and realized that it wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to go. I wasn't going to be able to do the things I wanted to do. I wasn't going to be able to see the mountains that I wanted to see. I wasn't going to be able to take my son to the places I want him to experience just because of some of the choices I've made, good or bad, some good, along the way. It's put me in a spot where I have got to get better and I have got to accomplish some things to be able to do that sort of stuff. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for hopping on tonight. Brad. Mammoth, yeah, Mammoth motocross. My son and I, we jacked it from the races this summer. Maybe we'll get another one this year. Sorry. They actually said we could have it, but we just took it before we could actually... They're like, yeah, you can have that after the race. It was like the second or third moto on Sunday, and we just went, better get that before somebody else does. We preemptively got it, so we didn't lose it. But Mammoth Motocross, there it is. We might be getting a new sign here shortly. Amanda, what's up, girl? All right, so title of this post. Let me lock my chair so I don't go flying all around. Title of this post, who am I? I forgot it now. Who am I? What am I doing, and where am I going with it? Let's dive into that. I want to first thank you guys so much. I want to thank everybody that has watched, will watch, and ever stopped by and dropped a like on this live feed, because number one, it has done a little bit better than I thought it would have done at first, but I knew it would be a success because I'm being real with it. I'm trying to stick to a consistent program, a consistent schedule, to where if you guys like what you're seeing, you know you can come here on Wednesday night and get it at 8 p.m. on Driven, and hopefully it helps you attack the rest of your week. With that said, though, next week we will be live on Tuesday. I got a rad guest. Trish Drinkle will be coming on live with me, so look forward to that. Set your calendars, and be sure to set me as a C first. That way when I do go live, you get a little bing in your notifications, and you can hop on and enjoy whatever it is I got to say. Gundy, Tim. Yep. All right, so who am I? What am I doing? And where is it going? Again, if you get some value from this, share it out. If you got groups, if you got people you know, you like, you trust, share it out. This is going to be kind of a fun freestyle, free flow episode where we just kind of break down who's this guy? Who's this guy on this side of the camera? I'm reaching out. I'm learning a lot of who you guys are. I see a lot of who you guys are. I just want to give a chance to let you know who I am, what I got going on, and everything else. So, thank you, first of all, for your time. I'll keep it short. Be a short one tonight. Let's have some fun. What am I doing? Number one goal of mine. And write this down, and you can take it if you want. But this is my goal, and this is why Driven was started. This is why a year and a half ago I opened up a book and I got uncomfortable and I started doing some things that I wasn't used to, and I started thinking about some stuff that made me think a little bit different about how I've been doing things in the past. Number one goal, I'm going to turn this regular old worker, employee, forever. If I needed to go make money, I found somebody to go work for to do it. That's the way it was. That's what I thought you had to do. That's what I thought the way was. And I thought that was the best suited for me. And I did it. And I've done it successfully. And I like to think that I could continue to do it. But I don't really want to. So the number one goal is to take a normal, regular, everyday worker bee like myself, transition to make a full-time income online in the avenues that I have chosen that fit me and fit what I feel like I can fit into my schedule as I start to make the shift from full-time employee, no online income, and I start to move to an online income, no, not so much employee, where I can leverage my time a little better and kind of work around the schedule that best suits myself and my son. Call that selfish, whatever you want it to call it. I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to take care of my son. And then through that process, if I can do that successfully, I can help more people around the world. Because if I can't take care of myself and I can't take care of my son, what good am I to anybody else? And how can I help anybody else if I'm not right and my son's not right? That doesn't lead a good example. So my number one goal is to turn a normal everyday worker bee like myself, full-time, online income, sustainable, predictable, regular. And through that process, I want to help as many people with the stuff that I learn in the journey along the way, give them a little motivation, share some of the stuff that I'm learning that's transforming the way I'm thinking, the way I operate, and the way I go day to day to day. I want to share that with as many people as possible, and Facebook Live gives me that ability. And then, once I accomplish my goal, because I was listening to last night, Ted DiBiase was on Home of the Hustle, and his major goal in life was WrestleMania. I don't know the number, whatever, 29, 68, 175. His main goal in life was to reach WrestleMania, and he could be on stage and walk down that aisle and participate in WrestleMania with people like The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, like, you know this stuff, The Rock, like, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? I love that guy. That was my favorite wrestler. What's up, Peter? I'm fired up. We're going off. We're sharing my story. We're sharing what we're doing here and why this is a thing that it is. So he set this major goal, and then he got to a spot, and he walked down the stage, and he wrestled in WrestleMania, and then he went back and sat in the locker room, and he's like, now what the fuck do I do? He probably didn't say that, but I do. What do I do? And he's like, man, I reached the goal. So with that said, with my goal of taking worker bee to online worker bee on my terms, when I accomplish that goal, I want to help as many people along the way as I can. And as I get to a spot where there are results and there are tangible things where I can be like, hey, look what I did. I knew nothing. I was nobody. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew my name. Like, I didn't even have 500 friends on Facebook. Like, none of that stuff existed until I made it start happening. And then I want to be able to teach the same people. I want to teach people like me that know, that like, that trust me, that have some of the same desires and have some of the same whys and have some of the same drive and the same commitment. I want to teach somebody to do the same thing that I'm doing, so they don't I can speed up their process. They don't make some of the mistakes that I make along the way. And hopefully it gives them a little more freedom. That's my plan. That's my goal. Number one goal, because if I want to do any of the things that I've listed and I write down in this little book, if I want to accomplish any of them, I need to leverage my time better, and I need to have the freedom to travel to be able to do the things I want to do. Here we are. Number one goal. Now I'm going to get into who I am. All right, so let's do that. Thank you for bringing it up. Let me shout out. What's up, Josh? Oh, my mom's on. Hey, Mom, love you. Tim, Peter. Kyle. The Monster Energy Super Artist like this weekend. Nice! I can't go this weekend. I'm trying to go to another deal. Be pretty bad. All right, anyway, who am I? Who am I, Scott? My name is Scott Spero. I was born and raised in Winnemucca, Nevada, a rural community based off ranching and mining. We have boom and bust economies, and a lot of my family was either devoted to mining or to ranching. That's what they did, period. Some people do both. They mine and they come home and ranch on the weekends. I was blessed to have a family that had a nice little ranch. We had a strong family in Winnemucca. There was family around everywhere. I have a mom that's out of this world. She taught me things like ironing and cooking and cleaning and doing all that sort of stuff. And I could take care of myself at 10 years old. What's up, Cody? Brother, how you doing? Thank you. And I'm very fortunate to be raised the way I was raised. I always had family around. No matter where it was, there was always a cousin there. There was my grandpa was there, my grandma was there, an aunt, an uncle. Like, there was always family around. That's where I come from. And I had it pretty easy. I was into BMX. I was into dirt bike riding. I rode skateboards. I played every sport imaginable. And it taught me a lot of things along the way. So that's the way back. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's go to like, I don't know, say 10 to 18. We'll shoot there for a little bit. 10 years old, still riding skateboards, whatever, doing moto, doing whatever. I get into high school. When I was a freshman in high school, I showed up to school in, I think they were called Union Bay pants, but they were really freaking baggy my freshman year. And I think I went down like, I don't know, maybe the second week of school. I had some money. I worked in the hayfield that summer, so I went down to the Western store and I bought like 5 pair of Wranglers and a couple silly rodeo shirts that, you know, said some stuff on the back like Born Tough and like things like Ride or Die, and it had a bull on it and stuff. And I walked into the rodeo club meeting and they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, ride bulls, whatever. I don't even know. I don't know how to do rodeo. I can rope, so I'll probably do some roping. But in my freshman year, I got on the back of a bareback horse, and it completely changed what I was doing. Everything from that minute on, I say a minute, but it was about 2 seconds. I think 2 seconds in the snap of a finger, the direction, the purpose, and where my life was headed. Yes, at 14, it changed because it started taking me down a path that was relentless. And I was like, yeah. So continued down the journey of rodeo. How you doing? What's up, William? Yeah, that's right, Nick. Winnemucca. What's up, brother? I continued down that rodeo. It took me through high school. It took me through college. After college, I turned professional. It took me down the road. It took me to Texas. It took me to North Dakota, to Washington, to Mississippi, California a lot. Broke in Wyoming, broke in wherever, Oregon, Idaho. Like, I've been broke in more states than probably a lot of people who've even traveled to states. But I was chasing my dreams and I was living my purpose. I was living my passionate life, and I was going to do everything I could do to get to the next rodeo. Yeah, Washington, Puyallup, Omak, I don't know, probably a couple more. I didn't get all the way up into Ellensburg, obviously Labor Day. Do you know Quentin Josie by chance? I don't know, it doesn't really sound familiar. Maybe Alabama? No, I don't think I went to Alabama. I haven't been broke in Alabama. But I have had concussions in states like Texas. I've had concussions all over Nevada. I've had concussions in California a lot. I broke both toes in California, both big toes. I broke both of my big toes one time in California. It was real hard to walk. Can you feel me on that? Like, anybody, do you know anybody that's broke both big toes at the same times? Ellensburg's great. I love that. So, oh, that's Oregon, St. Paul. Anyway, but yeah, so I was fortunate enough, I got to see a hell of a lot of the United States. And here I'm going to go back because this is going to feed into something a little later. The whole time I was rodeoing, like, my biggest drive, it wasn't, I mean, I wanted to win a big rodeo. I'm like, I was very into snowmobiling, and I had a broke-ass phaser. The handlebars were all plumber strapped together, some miscellaneous welding equipment we had at different points on it. And my goal, like, yes, I wanted to make it to the NFR, and I wanted to win a circuit finals championship, and I wanted to do a lot of stuff in rodeo, but I wanted to win enough money to just walk down to the Sonoma Cycle in Winnemucca, Nevada, and buy a brand new snowmobile. And I never did that. And I feel kind of bad. And I'm like, I don't look at it as like I didn't accomplish something. I'm like, I tried 15 years to do it. What's up, Chris, man? We're having some fun tonight. I'm spitting some stuff. No, absolutely not. Let's ride some bull. No, I don't think so. My bull riding career, I think I got on 2 of them. I was a bareback rider, but I think I rode 2 bulls. I rode one of them real well. Came out there, really blew up, you know, probably 90. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it was pretty fat and it just walked out there and he was scary. Anyway, I never messed with bulls. But that's not the point of this story. So through that, I learned a lot. From that rodeo career, I landed in Quincy, California with a very good friend of mine, Jesse Segura. We grew up together in Winnemucca, and we landed in Quincy, California, and I started teaching the welding at Feather River College. I taught the welding and construction and ag technology programs. I sat down and him and I together developed a fully accredited 2-year associate's degree in agriculture technologies that gave students fundamentals like welding, crop science, horseshoeing, things that they could take out back to the ranch and actually apply them, or go out on their own and build kind of a service industry for themselves. And then alongside that, I was the assistant rodeo coach, where for 5 years I was in Quincy, California. And then a little bit, and then at 30 years old, and I'm going to go in a little deep on this one. At 30 years old, I was in that environment. There was a lot of people there that were married. They're all college professors, whatever, and I was not. I was single. I was partying all the time with a lot of my students were like 2 years younger than me, because I was 22, 23, I think. And I was like, man, I gotta grow up. I gotta do something. I gotta grow up. So what did I do? I went and got married, because I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. And granted, it was with a girl that I knew, grew up with. Wonderful, wonderful person. Love you, Darcy. If you're watching the replay, I know you do. But I felt like it was something I should do, and so I made it happen. Like, I was like, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. Check box, check box, check box." And I talked to Nick about this a little bit last night, and that kind of set up a spot where I moved to Fallon, Nevada, where I'm at now, and I got literally my first real job at 20. Let's see, I was married at 30. So I think I got my first real job where I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing at like 30, 28, 30, somewhere in there. I got a real job. And I started working. I started doing what I had to do to provide for my family, build a house, save a house, buy a house. I started doing the things I was supposed to do. From there, everything always trumped buying a new sled, or having a sled, or having the time to even go sled. Everything always trumped it. The this, the that, the get this, the have that, the build this, to build that. And the whole time in the back of my mind, there's this passion back there. There's this thing that is constantly burning inside me, saying, I want to be over there. I want to be on the mountains. I want to go experience. I want to ride. I want to do that. Like, the whole time. And I don't know if you guys know what that feels like. I'm sure you do. Drop a 1 in the comments if there's something that you're deeply passionate about that you just, for one reason, whatever reason or another, you're not doing it. You're not living it. You're not living your passion. You're not doing things that you're passionate about. And if you are, I love it. Thank you. You're feeling good every day because you're doing something you love, and you're blessed. And let's connect. And I'd love to get some energy from you. Yeah, right. Put it in the back burner. And from there, where does it go? What do you do with it? Everything, life starts stepping in the way, and you start doing things that basically replace your passion. You're like, okay, well, okay, I'll do this and I'll be okay. And this occupies. I picked up golf to occupy my mind. I wakeboarding first. I picked up wakeboarding first. I'm like, I'm a wakeboarder. Like, this will replace rodeo. This will cure that passion. Well, it really didn't. And again, I couldn't do it as much as I wanted to. And so wakeboarding kind of went to the side. And then golf. I got into golf. I've always golfed with my family from a very young age. We were always golfing at our cabin and Winnemucca, like, as much as I could have always golfed, but I went all in on golf. I'm like, okay, I'm rocking right around 14, 18 handicap. I want to be down in the 2s and in the 3s and the 1s. I want to hit the long ball. So I started putting time in on the range. I started playing golf way more than I probably should have, come to find out. But I was doing what I love. I was chasing my passion. I was trying to do the things that were making me happy. But it never really filled that void. Like, I don't know, rodeo was just such a big part of my life. It was like, when it was gone, it's like losing your best dog. It's like losing your best dog. It's like, now what do you do? Have you ever, here, let's do this. Drop a 2 in the comments. I gave up all summertime sports. Yeah, the last 6 years to be able to do what you want to do. That's what I'm talking about, Cody. And unless you make it a priority, and this can apply to anything, like we talk about sledding a lot because this network's pretty deep in the sledders, and we talk about it a lot, but you can apply that to anything. If you don't make the sacrifices to be able to go do what you want to do, that never happens. That will never be accomplished because you're not. Something's got to give. There is no such thing as work-life balance, but basically, if you're not living a passionate life, there's going to be something that's out of kink in your world, in your day-to-day basis, and that's kind of a lot of what this show came out of. I'm like, okay, what's that code? I started talking to sledders that do get to ride all the time. I'm like, hey, what's your special sauce? Maybe what are you doing to be able to do what you're doing and afford to do it? And you seem to have your family together, and you seem to have your career together. Like, how's it work? And that's kind of where a lot of driven came from that. I'm like, let's talk to the people that are doing what I want to do. And yeah. Let's go to work. Right? We all got to make those sacrifices. We all got to work a little overtime. We all got to, maybe save a vacation day or 2 or all of them all summer to use them in the winter. Different people, different circumstances. Maybe you own your own company and cool, and that's what I'm trying to do. And that's kind of what I figured out. That's like I'm like, okay, so the guys that are taking these, 10, 20 day journeys and riding and doing the things, and they got the riding out the back door, a lot of them own their own companies. They're business owners in some sort of way. And I'm like, okay, we'll get into that down the line here. But let's see, where was I? Boom, 30, boom. Oh, power plant. Got a job at a power plant when I was 30. Let's see, do some quick math. 6 years ago, 31, I got a job at a geothermal solar power plant. I put some stuff up on my story today to show you guys a little bit of what I do. I got that job and I didn't know nothing. I knew not a damn thing about power generation. They brought me in as like an entry level, clean the admin building, clean the toilets at the end of night shift, and go out and drive the well field and check for readings. Like, that was my job. And I'm like, I took it. I left a upper $20 an hour job because it was an hour and a half away from where I lived, and I was working 12-hour days, so I had a 3-hour commute plus a 12-hour shift. And I left that. I took like an $8 an hour pay cut so I could be closer to my family. I didn't have as much drive time and as much commute time. So I get this job. I didn't know anything at all about the job. And what I did is I applied myself. I opened the big manual. I opened the standard operating procedures, and I started to read them, and I started to memorize the stuff, and I started to see how the plant worked and what delta T meant, what the pressures meant, what flows were, what kph was, what I learned all that stuff, and I didn't know that stuff going into it, but I figured it out, and now I'm kind of regarded as one of the better operators in the plant. Breaking my thoughts so I can read this. God, you went from bareback horses to welding instructor. How did you learn welding? Good question. I learned welding on the ranch, and then I lived in the welding shop in high school. Built trailers, I left high school, went to Lassen Community College in Susanville. I got 6G, all position certified, and then never pursued welding after that. I got a scholarship to go to university. I went to University of Wyoming, and graduated with a bachelor's degree. I kind of skipped over some parts, but you could tell a 12-hour story in 1 year. I've done a lot of shit. Anyway, welding, ranch, shop in high school. Save the tech, the vocational things in high school. That's a good message for you. So I figured out how to run the power plant, and I'm like, cool. Now, fast forward 6 years ago is 1.5 years ago. I am sitting at the top of the pay scale. I am the senior operator, and my next move is into the operations supervisor's position. Okay, cool. When that guy moves, when that position opens up, I'm just going to sit here in my operator's chair for however long that guy decides to work that job, make the same amount of money, do the same thing, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. that doesn't work for me. I'm not going to sit here stagnant for a year or two. Maybe he stays 5 years. And then what? What am I just going to sit here and wait for the operator supervisor's position? No, I'm going to go out and create something. I'm going to go do something that I want to do. So, boom, here we are. Job-wise, I'm up against glass ceiling, if you will. I'm on a glass ceiling. I'm sitting there, okay? Just same job, no future, no incentive really to better myself. And I'm like, no, that ain't me. You know, that's not how I'm going to do things. That's not the way I'm going to live. So I hopped online and I started looking. I'm like, hey, what's out there? I'm like, well, I can't leave. Always moving forward. That's right, Cody. I'm like, I can't leave my situation. I got a little boy here and his family's here. His mom lives here. We're divorced, by the way. She lives literally like a mile and a half down the road, probably. So we do what we can. We do what we can. What's best for him. According to his schedule, we trade back and forth. Anyway, I am not going to sit there and accept the same pay for a job that's not really going to go anywhere. Yes, I can go anywhere in the world and work in a power plant, but I'm not going to do that because my boy's here. I'm not going to get these years back with him. Like, I will never have him when he's 7 again after he's 8. That's done, and I'm not willing to give that up because I come from a place where I had to visit my dad every other weekend and in the summers. Okay, cool. It was fine till I had a life when I was like 10, 11, 12. I'm like, I don't know, man. I got sports all summer. I got camps. I got friends. I got birthday parties. I'm like, it's not really going to work out for me. And I think about it, about the amount of time. He lived a couple hours away in Elko. But I think about the amount of time that he missed and all the things that he missed, those moments, those practices, like that, why I even started rodeo. And he's like, well, what's up with that? Like, he missed all of that. And I'm like, that is non-negotiable for me. I looked at the things that I was missing about my dad, and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to do that. Yes, I can't stay married to his mom, but I'm not going to miss out on a minute of his life. So I'm here. I'm in Fallon. I got the best job that there really is around. It's good. I get some days off, and I make decent money. But I'm not going to sit here and be the same person 2 years down the road waiting for homeboy to leave or go to a different job so I can take his job and do the same thing. So that's when I sat down and I wrote down, all right, what is it you want to do? Like, say you go get a new job. I wrote it down. I'm like, no, I will buy well, actually, I had a sled then, but I'm like, I want to be able to buy a sled when I feel like it's time to have a new sled. Cool. That's a cool goal. And I'm like, well, let's go a little deeper than that. I'm like, no. I'm like, actually, if I free up a ton of time freedom, I'm going to be able to not only pick my kid up every single day at school, most of the time I'm going to be able to take him to school too. I'm like, okay, how do I accomplish that with a job? I'm like, everybody's got to work. I don't care what it is, but if you can kind of work on your schedule, isn't that a little better? Drop some hearts up on this bitch if you can work on your own schedule, if you think that would be a little better. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I went looking for. I went online, I started searching and seeing ways people were making income online, whether you're telecommuting for a company to do that. I'm like, that doesn't really sit with me because you're still working under their structure and under their guideline. Until you know what you're saying. There is no such thing as a dead-end town, Corey. Just a dead-end mindset. The world is what you make it. My town is not that exciting. There ain't much going on here. All the restaurants, they're fair at best. But I got the world right here in front of me, so who gives a shit? Let's move on. That's that. What's up, Scott? Back in Canada. Sid, how you doing, brother? Where was I? Oh, I'm like, I could work for a company, telecommute, if you will. I'm like, I don't really have the skills to be doing really anything on a computer for another company. I'm like, I'm damn good with Excel. I'm damn good with everything Microsoft. I can do a lot of stuff on the computer, but like not that much that's marketable, if you will, at the time. And I'm like, hey, so that's out. I'm like, what other things are online? Obviously, network marketing crossed my plate. I was looking at a few different ways to build digital products, to do like a course, a training. I'm like, hey, what do I know? I'm like, I can't teach anybody. I'm not really going to teach anybody to run a power plant online. So that's not really a marketable skill set. So unless I want to go work at a power plant, I'm like, welding, rodeo, life. I'm like, I can balance a checkbook that like hovers right there close to zero. I'm like, that's a good skill I got. I learned that the hard way. That's probably not going to make me any money online. So I'm like, that doesn't work. And I circled back around, and kind of at the same time, I'm like, maybe. Never doing a network marketing company before. Instagram, homeboy, I don't know, Shandor Morehouse, he goes by Shag. Some of you may know him, some of you may not. He threw up a post on Instagram. He's like burning his welding gear. And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing, bro? Why'd you just burn your welding gear? I read his post. I got him on the phone. I started talking to him, and I'm like, what are you doing? He introduced me to an opportunity, and I'm like, seems like it'll work. Well, it didn't. I fell flat on my face. I signed up. I bought. Nobody else joined me. I made a little bit of money, but nothing sustainable. And that didn't work. So I kind of had to reevaluate. I'm like, all right, so I value my time freedom. I value my son, and I want to be able to do the things I want. Go back to my intro. I'm a dad. I value my son. I'm going to do everything I can to get that kid everything he needs in life to be the best kid he can be. Adult, person, grow up, athlete, doctor, lawyer, Facebook Live, YouTuber, whatever he wants to be. I'm going to make sure he has everything he needs to be the best at it that he can be. I'm a dad. There's number one. Okay, I'm a sledder. All right, if I want to be a sledder, I'm not just going to be like, go ride once or twice a year. I want to ride 75 days a year. That's a realistic goal. People do it all the time. I want to be able to do that. To be able to do that, you got to make some sacrifices. You got to have a little time freedom, and you got to live close to the snow, because it just works that way. I'm a dad. I'm a sledder. So now I'm like, all right, this network marketing stuff is giving an opportunity to free up that time to where I can pick my kid up at school every day. I can be a coach. Right now I do shift work. I can't be a coach for his, soccer games, because I'm going to miss half of them. I'm going to miss half the practices. The way it is, I miss half my life. My ex-wife's life revolves around my schedule. Her parents, they're retired. It revolves around my schedule. I'm like, all right, if I'm going to be the best dad I can be, I need to free up some time. Get that time. Somebody put some clock emojis on there. You might have to dig through your emoji square, but it's fine. I'll let you drop some clock emojis in the comments if you feel that. I got to free up some time. All right, I want to be a sledder. That's expensive. No way around it. I don't care how sponsored you are. I don't care, where you live. I don't care who your dad is or whatever. It's expensive for somebody. It's probably you, maybe your parents, maybe your family makes some sacrifices. Like Cody said, in the summer you don't do much, you limit your activities so you can be able to afford that. Like, sledding's expensive, period. You better get some leverage on that. And then the third one is I got my vision set on exactly what means the most to me, and we're going to get into that. I'm going way too long on this story that I started, but I want to build what my son and I, we sat down, we talked about this. We call it our ride life. And we enjoy riding dirt bikes. We enjoy, riding sleds. And he started racing dirt bikes last year. But again, that shit's expensive and it's hard to do when you're working half the races. Or the way the fall races went, the way the spring races went, I'm on shift 6 of the 7 races. I'm like, that doesn't work very well. What's up, John? Been killing it, man. Love that guy. He's pretty funny. I'm like, that doesn't work. So we kind of figured this out, and I'm like, you want to be able to race? Cool. You want to be able to go to, Ricky Carmichael's ranch for a week and learn from the GOAT and be able to ride? I'm like, that shit's also expensive, and it's going to take time. I'm going to have to go down there and be able to stay with him. If you want, there's places up in Washington, and those are just little things. Maybe it's college, maybe it's whatever, maybe it's a horrific medical accident that costs a lot of money. I don't know what it is, but it all takes time, it all takes money. So we deemed it our ride life, and that's where ride life was born. I'm like, all right, so at the same time I have this network marketing company. I start envisioning, I start feeling this freedom. I'm tapped into my why. I'm like, I will make this work. This is for my ride life. My boy and I want to do the things we enjoy to do, and that's where Ride Life was born out of. And then I added the dynamics to it, and some of you may have heard it. You may have been my friend for over a year, and you might have saw that whole thing, but it's different now, so that's gone. But this is new. The Ride Life dynamics is the vision. It is the why. I can reach into that, and I can see everything that I've felt along this journey. I can feel everything that I failed at. I can feel everything that I missed or I muffed up or I forgot to do when I look at Ride Life, and I'm like, that's the passion. I'm like, I'm so driven to make this happen. And then boom, I'm like, who knows me? I'm like, nobody even knows who I am. So I press Facebook Live with this mission of driven mindset, driven mentality, do what it takes to get the things you want to do relentlessly. I push play on Driven, and I started talking to people that are doing some of the things that I want to do so I could gain some knowledge from it. I could share our story, theirs and mine, to be able to hopefully, maybe encourage you to dig back and get a little of your passion out. Maybe try something new. Maybe read a book. Maybe send somebody a nice message. Maybe change up how you post a little. Maybe not share the junk. Maybe share an uplifting message or something like that. I push play on Driven, and holy cow, you guys. I can't believe, I'm so thankful how well that's going. Where do I want to take it? I want to tie that into my ride life. I want to go travel. I want to go up and... Thanks, brother. I want to appreciate it up. I want to get you on here. That was shot you a message today. I want to be able to travel up and see John and Cody and Amanda Lynn and go up to Washington and ride with John and EJ and interview them and get into their life a little bit and a little behind the helmet stuff. I want to be able to do that. That's where I want to take Driven. Why not? I got a cell phone and a laptop. I want to be able to leverage those things to be able to give me a little time freedom and have a little fun and build a massive network of people that just want to kick ass in life. That's what I'm talking about. That's where this is all coming from. So who am I? I'm a dad, I'm a sledder, and I got my vision set on exactly what means the most to me. My number one goal is to, sorry guys, I'm going off a little bit on a rant like this, but I'm just feeling this tonight. I hope you're enjoying it too. My number one goal is to teach myself to leave that worker bee mindset and build something online. I don't want to build a local construction company. I don't want to be tied to a business in one location. I want to be able to have the world as my audience. I want to be able to have the world as my customer and reach out to new people and hopefully provide them with whatever solution I come up with for whatever it is. So, worker bee to online business. I want to help as many people along the way as I can, and in that process, when I get the results that I want to get, I want to show the world how to do it. I want to show people like Cody, hey man, you kick ass at life, you've overcome amazing obstacles, try this, this, and this. This is what I did. Let me help you, let me coach you, let me show you where I failed, let me speed up your process so you can get in here and drop it and do it. And there's going to be a ton. I talked to Craig today. Thank you, bud. We're in the same spot. He's like, man, he called me today and asked me a question, and I'm like, yeah, this, that, and we're in the same spot. We're growing, and I pressed Facebook Live, and now I got a bunch of people watching the process, and holy shit, it's humbling. And thank you, by the way, for watching. We'll be back to regular scheduled programs next week. Trish Drinkle on Tuesday, special night. So that's who I am. That's what I'm doing. Where am I going? What's my big goal? I touched on this in previous episodes, and if you watch a lot, you'll see it, but I am very, very tied to Cascade, Idaho. It has so many layers of meaning to me. It means so much to my heart. It is my fuel. Every good, awesome, great memory I have has a lot to do with the front porch at our cabin, period. And I'm very tied to that. What do I want to do? I want to build a shop house in Cascade, Idaho that I can have cool stuff in. I can create my, what I want to call my lab, where I can make content. I can do stuff like this. I can develop as a speaker. I can develop as a writer, and I can develop as a person, and I can share more positive stuff. I can share more knowledge, and I can be better. See that? I can share more with the world. In my Ride Life lab, I can have little cabins so people like Chris, when you guys come down, you can stay there. And I can, like, I want to build a Ride Life shop. It's going to be sweet, and it's not going to look like Chris Barant's shop. There's way too many snowmobiles to take care of there, but I want to have 2 or 3 for my friends when they come by so they have something to ride. Like, that's not unrealistic, is it? Like, I don't need a mansion in freaking Beverly Hills. I need a shop house with a heated floor and a big ass fireplace where I can sit around with my boys and talk mindset and talk shredding and talk how we're going to change the world together. Woo! Can you feel me on that? You bet, man. Always, always. I don't get up there as much as I used to, man. I'm grinding, but I'm getting up there more. Cascade all the way. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, Cody. So I want to be able to accomplish those things, and call me selfish if you want. Like, those are my dreams. Those are my goals. I want to be able to be the dad I can be. I want to be the person I want to be. Those are kind of tied together. I want to ride, and I want to tackle my vision. I want to tackle my goals. And a lot of it leverages online. So how am I doing it, you might be asking? We should get to that part of it. I have a big why. It's called my Ride Life. Ride Life Dynamics. The word dynamics means the driving force of change. Ride Life Dynamics. I'm like, boy, that means a lot to me. But I'm like, I wonder if anybody else will feel it. I'm like, well, if they're feeling me, they'll be feeling it. So Ride Life Dynamics was born. I misused it a little bit. Apologize for that, but I didn't really know what's going on. What's up, Tammy? How you doing? I misused it a little bit, but now we're going. We got it on the right path, and we're about to launch it. I'm going to say Friday. Launch coming Friday. Probably go live again. Probably do some stuff, but I'll open my website up. It ain't much right now, but it's a start. I'm done thinking about it. I got my last design done today for our Driven Network shirts, which would be sick. I hope you guys enjoy them because I made them for you guys. So anyway, where was I? Was I on the what am I doing? Or how am I doing it? Ride Life. Oh, Ride Life. I want to give my Ride Life, blah, 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 Ride Life Dynamics. All right, there's 3 ways I'm doing it. Number 1, nobody knew who I was. Ain't one of you guys on here, well, Tammy did. Tammy knew who I was. Not many of you guys knew who I was. So no, nobody knew who I was. I had to get my name out there. People had to see who I was. Driven. That's where this came into play. I'm like, what's the best way to learn? Get people to know who I am, get people familiar with my face. Facebook Live. Boom, I press play. Where do I see Driven going? I kind of shared that. I want to take it on the road and do some cool stuff, and collab with people and do some fun stuff and share some content, create some cool stuff. Thank you, Mama. You make my heart big, too. You made this heart. This is as big as you made it. This is a healthy one, too. Never fails me. I want to be able to share the process, too, because this is, and like I've said from the beginning, this is from the beginning. Like, I started with no knowledge, no following, and not many skills related to online business other than a personality and a shitload of drive. And if you ask me, that'll take you about anywhere you want to go if you put in the effort. What's up, Jack? Thanks for popping in. And I needed to establish some credibility, and I kind of feel like, you know, this shows like this, I need to start doing more things like this, but I think I'm going to do stuff like this inside my private group just to get kind of get a better relationship built with the people that are already in there. But I need to start doing more with this. I got to establish my credibility, and I need to get some results. We're talking about results. Who's got some results here that we're talking? Like, how do you get credibility with no results? Well, you be real, you be authentic, and you be upfront with people. I have no results. I got done pretty good with Driven. If I apply the same sort of rituals, the same sort of steps, and do the same sort of stuff with other things I'm doing, hands down, no fail, no doubt in my mind it won't work. So that's where Driven came from, and the coolest thing about it is the ability to share other people's story. And I said that in episode 0.1. I'm like, this show ain't about me. I want to be able to bring people on here and learn how to have these networking conversations about what makes people successful, about tools they use, mentors they have, things that they've picked up along the way to create that success in your family and in your life and in your hobbies and your pastimes. So that's where Driven came from. So this is one tool I'm utilizing to get closer to that ultimate goal. The second one I'm utilizing is network marketing. I still do network marketing. I believe strongly in it, and it offers so many things. It offers people with, like myself, with zero business experience. It's an entry-level education into things like network marketing, and how to work, on your own terms with nobody sitting right here telling you, hey, I'm going to pay you $12 an hour if you bust your ass and do your job every day. I'll pay you $12 an hour. I pay you $12 an hour. I pay you $12 an hour. Network marketing offers a lot of opportunity to people to maybe replace a little bit of their income, remove a little bit of stress from their lives. And for a lot of people, that find success with it, it offers a shitload of time freedom. And that spoke loudly to me. So currently I have a network marketing opportunity that's a little different than most. I'm not here to pitch it, but it's what works for me. If you think you would like to try something like that or learn a little bit more, number one, about the industry, that's my job, educate on the industry itself. Opportunity doesn't matter. There's a million of them. Go find one that fits for you. Look for leadership that you can relate to. And because the opportunity that I'm in right now is because of a leader, I saw the opportunity to work hand in hand with him. And so I took the leap and I came over to the company with him because I could use his mentorship to get the results that he has in my life to free up a little bit of that stress, that time freedom in my life. That's horse number 2 I'm riding. I'm not pitching you. If you're interested, message me. If not, we're good. Don't cuss network marketing, because if you're cussing it, you either had a bad experience with it or you don't really understand the industry. So thank you for that. The third one I'm doing is Ride Life Dynamics, and it's based around an industry called e-commerce. What e-commerce is selling things on the internet. Like, period. E-commerce, Amazon, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, Best Buy, e-commerce. Well, like if a company's not selling their stuff online, they're probably not going to, if they're selling things, they're probably not going to last very much longer, but they're all coming there. So e-commerce is online sales and whatever you want to do. I'm leveraging drop shipping, print on demand, and I'll hopefully establish some relationships with some manufacturers or some, distributors. I would be so thankful if it was inside the sledding industry, if I could build a reputable name, brand, and website and following that I could pair up and build some relationships with some sled companies that could utilize me and my influence that I gained through this whole process to be able to put their stuff on my website and advertise for them and leverage that, where they take care of the product. I am just an advertising platform for that. That's e-commerce. And we're launching it Friday. We got some shirts. We got some beer koozies. We got some sandals. The sandals are sick. Yes, I got some custom made flip-flops for y'all Lakers, Potrats. I'm going to send you some of them. But yeah, we got some flip-flops, bags, just general stuff like that. But it's my brand, it's my ideas, and one of them actually has a picture of me on it, which, who doesn't want a picture of this guy on their shirts? That's what I'm talking about. No, it's just for fun. But, so those are my 3 horses. Leverage social media in a way that can impact people, add some value to some people's lives, utilize a network marketing company and the proper mentorship in that industry to get some results. Yes, sir, Brad, there is. That's it. And it's changing a lot. And honestly, the way Facebook's scaling up and Instagram, there's a lot of work and a lot of competition in the market. But if you provide a good product and you are somebody that they know what they're going to get when they order from you, you can provide a good service and you can leverage a lot of things and get that 24-hour dollar bill going. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I make money, I work 12 hours, I get paid, I come home, I don't make any money at all. I'm like, that's a problem. Warren Buffett says if you're not making 24 hours, or if you're not making income 24 hours a day, you're going to work for the rest of your life. Okay, let me fix that, Warren. You have some of the results that I think would be pretty cool to have. Let me find a way to make 24-hour money. Period. You bet you I will, dude. Let's talk. I'm always down to share some of this. And number one, the most important thing is start working on your mindset to tell yourself you can do it. That's the hardest thing to overcome is like, right now, shit's not going very good. I'm not selling anything. My website's not even open. But that's probably a reason I'm not selling anything. It's behind a wall of email address locked down. But live Friday, Ride Life Dynamics. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit off my personal page and keep it more on some business page and a business Instagram, but it's going to naturally spill over because it's my product, it's my brand, it's something I believe in. Why would I not share something that I believe in? Makes sense, right? But I'm not going to do it tacky because I learned a lot about attraction marketing. That's the other thing. And then the fourth and the final phase is once I figure out how to do those three things, I get to teach people to do the same thing I did. Like, how stoked is that? Like, not if, it's when I pull that off, when I leverage those three things, because they work. You want to know why I know they work? Because other people have results. It worked for them. And if it worked for one, it can work for two. If it worked for two, it can work for three. And if it worked for three, it can work for thousands. So that's why I chose those things. Love what you're saying. It's not an eBay store. It's actually, I'm on Shopify. There's several different platforms for it, but my platform is going to be on a Shopify store. I'm going to leverage some drop shipping from Amazon, stuff like that, eBay a little bit, buy, resell, Gary Vee stuff, simple practice. But it's going to be good stuff. I want to build my store to be badass to where, like, when you think you're like, I got to pack, I got to get ready for sledding season. Where am I going to go? I'm not going to call 12 different stores. I'm going to go to Scott first and see what he's got because he's going to have some deals. He's going to find the deals and he's going to put them on his website and I'm going to go get his deals. And how are you going to know I got the deals? You're going to be on my email list. I'm going to tell you, hey, Justin, hey, Corey, I got some deals. Come look at my stuff. I hope you're having a nice day. Let's connect. Message me. Let's go ride this winter. That's what my email will say. That's email marketing if it's done the right way. Anyway, big picture, I am at on the first step. Maybe I'm not even on the first, I'm just deciding to put my foot up. But I've been a year in the process to get here, but I'm so close. It's taken a lot to get me here. And the best thing about utilizing, Craig, the best thing about utilizing mentorship is you get to learn from the mistakes I've made. And, say we did build a relationship and I am helping you accomplish some of the same things that I'm taking on. Because, man, I had no social media following. I had no experience in marketing. I don't know what branding is. I didn't know what a funnel was. I didn't know, I'm going to spout off some things you might not know right now, and that's okay because I didn't know it a year ago either. But you know what? I opened a book, I started watching YouTube, and I started learning this stuff. That's right, Craig. The biggest thing is I've taken the step. I decided to take it. I made that decision because you know what? I wasn't doing the things I wanted to do, and all it took was a decision to do the things I wanted to do. So I started that. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to leverage social media and driven marketing, branding, personal branding. When you see me, when you hear my name, you're going to think, oh, I know that guy. We built a relationship. It's personal branding. That's what personal branding is. When you think of me, you think of driven. You're going to be thinking of, oh, that's the guy that succeeded wildly in network marketing. That's the guy that has a badass Shopify store that has everything I need to get ready for my winter. Period. That's personal branding. It's a relationship. Yes, Brad, I learned about spam. And I'm not sure exactly when I friend requested you, but I am a recovering Facebook spammer. Drop do they have a middle finger? Can you drop some middle fingers? They got a middle finger. Drop a middle finger if you can find one. If you knew me when I was a spammer. Yes, I know what a spammer is. And again, it's also my mission if I see people doing that sort of stuff, because putting posts up, I know you guys, like, I don't post it anymore. Like, hey, join my network marketing opportunity. Join my network marketing opportunity. Like, if I don't have enough engaging content on my Facebook page for us to just have a discussion about something, then I'm not doing a very good job of what I'm doing. I haven't figured out that, right? Spammer! I'm not doing a very good job at, hey, this guy seems interesting. I want to go say hi to him. I want to reach out. Or if I message you, you'd be like, I don't want to talk about that guy. All he's going to talk about is this amazing opportunity in wearable technology that's going to change the world, brother. Change the world with me. Like, I ain't going to be that. Like, I was that guy. I learned my hard way. I fell flat on my face with that. And I've learned. So I can help people along the way. But yeah, nobody likes to see, join my business. Get some free stuff. Here's some free Bitcoins. Have some shakes on me and some thrives and they did thousands of network marketing company. And you know, when you can get on somebody's Facebook page and you don't really know what they do, but you like their content, they might have some good value posts. They might have some cool pictures. Like, cool. That's all. I mean, it's social media, not selling media. Create a personal brand, like try a little, learn a little, open a book. I'm like getting off a little bit of a rant here. I'm talking some spam. Why'd you get me on that, Brad? Oh, come on. Or let's see who was. Oh yeah, Brad got me on the spam. Yeah, I know all about spam. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Where am I going? Again, I want to build as many relationships as I can to be able to have a good foundation, a badass network of great people, to where when I'm like, hey, I want to go to Wyoming, I call people up and I'm like, I'm coming, let's set it up, let's ride. When I go to Wyoming, when I go to Minnesota, I want to be able to, you know, borrow a trail sled, because I have no intentions of ever owning a 126, but I want to borrow one, I'll be able to ride one. I want to build relationships all along the way that I have this just giant network where people value, you know, not only what I'm saying, they value my company, they value my time. Like, that's what I'm talking. That's what I want. That's where I want to go. I want to be able to travel and have the freedom to do it and take my son to crazy places that I've been and show him South Texas and let him see Galveston and drive into Amarillo. Oh, here's a funny rodeo story. We literally, one time, I literally was, what is it? Amarillo by morning. We're driving late night. Gas gauge was broke on the old Buick that we were driving. I believe that cat's name that owned that car was Monty. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, we were headed to Amarillo and we had to be there in the morning. Anyway, just as the sun coming up, that damn gas gauge was broke, but he had a little notebook a lot like this that he really kept track of everything, and he had it dialed, and he's like, no, we can make it, we can make it. Well, yeah, we didn't make it. We ran out of gas about, I don't know, 5 miles, I think, outside of Amarillo. And then, yeah, there was 4 of us in the car, and there was no gas station, so we pushed that thing all the way to Amarillo. The sun was coming up, and I'm like, dude, if I had an Instagram story right now, we could be blowing this stuff up. Instagram didn't exist then, but if it did, that would have been a good story. Anyway, so I have drove into Amarillo by morning, by the way. Woo! Drop some questions. Holy cow, that was an hour. I didn't even breathe. What do you got? What do you got? Questions for me? Comments? How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you. Did I miss anything? Does anybody have any questions about who I am, what my motives are, how I'm getting to where I want to go, and exactly how I want to get there? Again, dad, sledder, and vision set on exactly what means the most to me. And living debt-riddled in a glass ceiling employment, sitting around waiting for the next person to leave so I could advance and make another $3,000 or $4,000 a year and take on a shitload of responsibility. It's just I kind of looked at that and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not for me. What's Shopify? Shopify is an online service that allows you to place products and or just products. It's just a web service that you can host blog, products and advertise from directly to social media, Google, Yahoo, whatever. Yeah, Shopify, dropship, stuff like that. You're creating online stores. Yes, sir. Well, not online stores, just one. No, I'm not Chris Ward's cousin. Ginger Nation! What? Got some Ginger Nation up here. Such a great episode. Exactly what I needed. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Jeremy Moran. Dude, I want to get him on here. That guy, we grew up together. He's got this whole mind wellness thing going on over on the Bay in California. I love it. I got to learn more about it. Brad, I was wondering. Not are you teaching others to create online income? Nope, not yet. Not until I do, brother. I can teach people how to do a Facebook Live show. I think I figured that out. So, yeah, I'm kind of focused on creating one for myself first and find some success before I do that for somebody else or claim to be able to. What's up? Todd, hey, thanks for popping in, Todd. Anybody else up on here? What do we got? I think I hit everything I wanted to hit. I wrote some notes out. Oh, upcoming plans. So, Peter Comby. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to. We're at an hour already. I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I think I'm about ready to wrap this up. What value are you wanting to bring? I want people not to face the same situations that I've faced in life. I want to show them that there's other ways besides pursuing that 925. What's your favorite snowmobile athlete? Actually, dude, Cody, I heard just a sliver of a little bit of what things you've overcame, but quickly becoming that. My favorite snowmobile athlete, number one, is my grandpa, OG sledder. I say he invented the dangle, but they didn't have cameras on the mountain then, so yeah, he can't really take credit for it. How many energies do you consume in a day? I actually don't drink energy drinks. I drink coffee, but I'm just fired up right now. I usually have, honestly, coffee. I probably have 2, sometimes 3 cups in the morning, doing what I do, and then I'll usually have 1 midday. What's up, John? Thanks for coming back on. Favorite snowmobile? Dude, there's a lot of people I look up for. I'm learning a lot. I've stayed in contact. Like I said, there was kind of a 10-year window there where I did life instead of, sledding, and we really didn't have social media. So we had the guys on the videos. Yeah, 5 o'clock coffee to use beer. No, I need to get some. Need to get me some of that. Get me some of that baby beard oil. Favorite athlete? Oh, like I said, I took her like a 10-year window there where I wasn't really active in the sled, and I ride probably 3 or 4 times a year. I'd borrow my cousin's sled. Thanks, sister. I appreciate it. I borrowed my cousin's sled. Totaled his wife's sled once. My bad. We fixed it, but it happens. Have you ready 10x from... I started the audiobook. I felt like there was some other ones that I needed to tackle first. I was a little behind on reading, none of it, never read much other than the stuff it took to get me through college. I read Lance Armstrong's autobiography. Dude's legit. I don't care how many blood doping trips he took on. He still had to ride the bike. Thanks, Glenn. You, my man! And Cody Matichuk. Dude's ripping it up. What's up, Matthew? Thanks for popping on. All right, guys. I love it. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some value from it. What's coming up? Upcoming next week, we got Trish Drinkle on Tuesday. Wow, what a rad human being. Social media, I probably came across Trish's page about a year ago and started watching some of the things she's done and all the contributions she makes to the community. And we had a conversation a couple days ago, and I'm super pumped to have that conversation. Still getting things worked out. Got to step it up with the 4-part series with John from Backcountry United. Again, IREVs, Dave Dieter and Cody Matichuk. We're hoping to get that set up pretty soon. They're going to come on. We'll do a little throwdown with them. What else do we got? Craig Johnson. He's been on all night. What's up, brother? We're going to get him on soon. Wild Ass Seats. Perfect. And again, too, Peter, you reached out to me tonight. I appreciate that. This is not the episode for that, I think. I'm going to keep this kind of tight now that we're almost done. Thank you, guys. Again, thank you so much for not only supporting this through this journey, but being on here tonight. Let me spit this. Count me in for episode. Cody Hunt's coming on. Yes! Woo, buddy. That's cool. I'm stoked about that. I can't wait to have some conversations. Thank you guys for coming in. Thanks for sticking with me through this. If you got any other questions, replay viewers, I should have said this at the beginning. Drop them in here. Again, I come back. Probably not going to be able to come back into the comments tonight. I gotta finish a few things up. I gotta actually work on my store so I can launch it on Friday. I'll get the comments in the morning. I'll be back to everybody, but drop it in here. I'm down to chat about e-commerce education. Yeah, buddy, I got a great coach for that. I'd love to get you guys connected and see what you can get going and get set up. Let's chat tomorrow for sure. Send me a message. What else is there? Thank you. That's it. And remember, like I finished this, no matter where you are, no matter what you're facing, I'm facing some crap right now. I face some crap in my life, but what I've realized recently is no matter where you are in life, no matter what you have going on, no matter how bad you fell, how bad you failed, how bad you fell down, literally, I don't know, there's some things, but I don't want to get into the details. There's not much that you cannot recover from if you make the decision to. Make the decision to overcome it, get where you want to go, and take things where you want to take them. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Have a blessed night. Rock the rest of this week. Spring riders, you guys be safe out there. Ride life. I used to finish my lives like, what is your ride life? Might have to bring that back. Later all. Thank you.